we're gonna do another. We're gonna do a live stream for the 3 game slate. Again, sorry about yesterday. It was really really bizarre because we got that news that that one of the games just got canceled just as we were starting. So unfortunately, we couldn't do the same type of analysis that otherwise we would have. But today, at least all the games are off and running. I just did invite Bobby, so I don't think he's going to be playing today, but I think that's kind of a unique take. I kind of like that he's not playing. Maybe I'll get his full attention because there is one really big decision that I kind of want to make with respect to my bigger buy-ins in baseball. Let me just make sure that this gets sent because my internet here is a little bit spotty. Okay, good. There's a lot going on, by the way. Just a couple of announcements. It's the first night of the hockey season tonight, and for those of you that were following along the end of last season, I mean, I got involved in it, towards the end of the season and had incredible success with my process. Getting some really, really big scores, not knowing all that much about the sport. So I'm going to continue doing that this season right from the beginning. And what that means is I'm going to be trying to post hockey sheets pretty much every day. Definitely every day I play, because that's the promise I make to you guys. If ever I'm playing, I'll definitely post whatever sport I'm playing. And I'm going to hopefully try to post every day as well. I don't know if I'm going to post on all these 2-game slates, but we'll see. It's really going to be hectic out there. The NBA is literally right around the corner. That starts next week, I think, and we're going to be firing that along with whatever baseball remains, along with all the other sports which I have come to appreciate and enjoy covering. From LOL to NASCAR and tennis and all of this, and hopefully you guys know by now how I feel about that. I really feel it's important from a learning perspective to play other sports, right? And also I do think there's a significant edge in there. I just don't think that people put in the effort. And yes, there are experts on that, but for the tournaments that I play, I think the experts are really just kind of avoiding those anyway. They don't pay all that much for first. So I feel as though, honestly, if I were an expert in, say, tennis, I wouldn't even mess around with the DFS slates. I mean, you just don't pay enough. If I was a legit, tennis expert, I would just do a lot of live betting and a lot of, sports betting and stuff, doing, 10K bets and things like that. But, yeah. So, we do have a 3-game slate, and my main decision, and I'm just going to basically talk through this as I kind of think about it, is I definitely am locking in Morton as one of my pitchers. And I am really torn between where to go for my second one. Whether that be it's between Rodon and McCullers for me, but I was hoping to get you guys' input and Bobby's input on what to do, because from a projection perspective, McCullers is just kind of showing up. Oh, there's Bobby. Oh, it's perfect. Okay. Bobby, I'm going to take advantage of you, the fact that maybe you're not playing, or at least not playing big or whatever it is, because I do have a really, really important decision that I need to make baseball-wise, specifically to my big buy-ins. Right? The MMEs, I'm just doing whatever. As far as the pitchers go, I mean, I'm totally set on Morton. And the thing is, the projections and my runs are giving me like McCullers is like the clear other one. But I'm really torn between whether to go with that one and Rodon, and I was hoping you had a really, really strong opinion one way or another on that decision.
I don't have an incredibly strong opinion. I if I had to pick between Rodon and McCullers, I would pick Rodon.
Okay.
But I don't think it's. I mean, he's also going to have less of a leash. I mean, not that McCullers just because the way the series is down 2-1. So that's what I would let be the deciding factor for myself personally in that situation.
Okay. Yeah, because the one thing I did notice about McCullers' last start, and I was, I was on McCullers, so I was really paying attention to almost every pitch in that game. Is McCullers, his one issue during the course of the season was walks, and he didn't give a single walk. But the thing is, the White Sox did him no favors. I mean, excuse me, they did him all the favors in that game.
Yeah, they're not a high walking team.
I know, but wouldn't you think that they would, do any kind of adjustment? You know what I mean? Or am I asking for too much?
Well, you're just asking about who a team's identity is. That's the White Sox big problem is that they don't walk that much. So I don't know if you're going to get, what you need out of them personally.
I just wanted enough out of them to make me not play McCullers. You know what I mean? Because if they're swinging at all those outside pitches from McCullers, that gives him strikeout upside. It takes his, increases his amount of innings he's going to pitch because he's not going to walk people, and it's a little bit harder to fade against all those freaking righties. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the thing that that's what I wanted to ask you. Now, do you agree with me? And maybe I'm even smoking. I mean, do you agree with me about Morton, or are you not as high on him?
Yeah, if I had to pick, I would probably play Morton and Rodon or Morton and McCullers. I think that's the right way to go.
Yeah, the other thing, by the way, which I'm currently building in my big buy-in. I don't know who's playing or whatever, but I'm gonna be going for the Team de Los Angeles today. I think I'm gonna be trying the Dodgers today. Most of my builds aren't getting me there. Most of my builds want me to play other stuff, like either the Houstons or even not so much San Francisco, but some of the other teams. So I'm going to take a shot with the Dodgers. Again, part of it is because, again, with these 3 different island games or whatever it is, I just feel as though that they're just going to be a little bit lower owned than maybe they should be. Everybody from that game, just because of the way it is. Right. And maybe I'll get like a Bellinger back in the lineup hitting 8th, then maybe nobody will play or something like that.
Yeah, he should be back in that. I think he'll probably be in like 6th or something, but yeah, he'll probably be back in the lineup.
Yeah, so maybe I can get a little of that and just make sure to pay attention to lineups and stuff like that. But I'm going to take a shot that maybe the Dodgers put out a.
Well, yeah, last night's game was just the fluke of all flukes, right? Like you have I've watched a million Dodger games in my life. That they're interviewing the players during the game, and no one's ever seen a stadium like that. So every ball hit to left field gets completely knocked down by the wind. It was like blowing like 35 miles an hour at certain parts of LA a lot yesterday. And in areas it actually funneled the ball out, but it was only like specifically right center. And then every time they hit a ball to left field, it just died. Very, very frustrating as a Dodger fan personally. And it was, and also like, I mean, Mookie hits what's about to be the game tying hit, and the guy jumps up, makes a catch. The last at bat of the game looks like it's about to leave the stadium. And then it's just everything got knocked down. It was a very fluky game. Yeah. I wouldn't be worried about playing them. If I would have known the weather had been like that, it still would have been hard to know how to adjust because games like that we've seen go wild. But I like the Dodgers. I think the night they bounce back, I'm going to be at the game.
Oh, you're going tonight?
Oh yeah, I'm not going to miss out on that. I hate it. The thing I hate is I really hate going when the other team has the closeout game. It's just no fun. It's a nightmare, especially with the Giants fans. But anyway, I'm just answering a couple questions on this. Like they said, Steve asked, do we think that Beatty starts tonight? I'd be shocked if Beatty doesn't. Well, I shouldn't say shocked. It'd be Beatty or McKinney. I'm assuming that's going to be Beatty. Well, actually, that's not 100% true. There's a different lineup they could put out there where you could have no Beatty. But I would bet I don't see what they're going to do exactly if they're not. You know what? They may not. There's a chance they wouldn't play Beatty. If they didn't play Beatty, you'd see Chris Taylor in there, and Bellinger would be playing first. And they may end up doing that because that probably is their best lineup. It's the only lineup that won a game so far in the series for them. So I do think there's a reasonably good chance that the Dodgers have 3 first basemen, Pujols, or 4 guys who will play first base: Pujols, Bellinger, Beatty, and McKinney. And McKinney's not even a natural, whatever. Anyway, so my guess is Bellinger would be in the lineup tonight because they messed up by their platoons last night and not getting him in. And I think that I think that there's a chance that Bellinger plays first and Beatty plays the outfield. So I'm sorry, and Taylor plays the outfield. I actually think it's a pretty good chance. So I can't answer for sure about Beatty yet.
I got to tell you,
3 for
Bobby.
6 for the home run versus DeSclafani. Sure, that's all well and good. He may start for that reason, but I'm kind of getting tired of watching my team start worse players because of these stupid stats, and they're overdoing it with their platoons, and it killed them last night. They ended up bringing the righties in. So Austin Barnes is batting now all of a sudden within the most important bat of the game with your runners on instead of Cody Bellinger because of these things. Like I'm so tired of it. 3 for 6 doesn't mean anything for me. Beatty probably does start, and they maybe bring Taylor off the bench. But that's the one decision is will it be Beatty or Taylor. If it was up to me, I would usually choose Taylor, even though I like Beatty as a hitter. But that's just me. Anyway, Sheets, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, the Dodgers really need to win tonight because obviously, duh, right? But the Dodgers really need to win tonight because I actually threw some karma out to the wind when I said that even though the Yankees didn't come in, if the Dodgers play the Red Sox somehow, you know what I mean? Like then I'll meet you at that. There's no way I'm going to accept a world where the Dodgers don't make it. Now I got to worry about the Red Sox actually making it. All right, so that's just not happening. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah. So what they on 2-1 the Dodgers?
They're down 2-1. Yeah.
And who's pitching?
That's what I hate. I don't like what they did with their rotation. I think they could have gotten, especially because Buehler only threw a few pitches. I think you could have started Buehler today and then tried to set it up for Urias on Sunday. I'm sorry, not Sunday, in 2 days. I personally, that's what I would have done.
So it's going to be Gonsolin and everybody else.
We're going to start Gonsolin, there's always a path because you can just give up no runs and nothing, right? But he'd be the worst play on the slate in terms of plays. I'd rather play DeSclafani than Gonsolin.
Yeah, I barely have him projected even.
He's actually like a good pitcher, but he has to be completely clean. He's not going to get his seconds. The lineup won't go through twice if he's in it. You know what I mean? They're going to pinch hit for him by the time it's the second time around, unless he's got like a no-hitter going or something.
What happened to that redhead? What happened to him? Did he get hurt?
He got hurt. Yeah, everybody got hurt for them this year.
What was his name again?
Oh, he's awesome. It's
Dustin May. Dustin May.
Yeah. Right. Dustin May is awesome. Yeah.
And they can't roll Buehler out there. You don't think? There's still not an option.
I think they should roll Buehler out there. I just don't think they're going to.
They haven't announced anything specific. I mean,
they announced Gonsolin.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they could always change it if they want to, but they did officially announce it.
Now, if Gonsolin is struggling or whatever, and it's a close game, would they bring Buehler in out of the bullpen?
Knowing this team, maybe not. Okay. I think that maybe that's where you should be looking, but that's not what they tend to do.
Because you could have Urias, you know what I mean? Like, do it to go to the next game.
Yeah, Urias is a guy who probably matches up the best with this Giants team anyway. I just don't know. That would have been the way I would have tried to manage it. Look, it's okay to get the one less day of rest if in that day, if your last outing you only threw what did Buehler throw? 78 pitches or something? 80
right.
pitches. I would have probably just rolled with him again. But I don't know. It's tough. Last night's loss was tough because they're smoking balls all over the place at people, and it just felt like a game they should have won.
That was a good catch by that. What was it, the shortstop? Right, that was a good play.
Yeah, that Crawford play, and then the ball just dying in left field, the last at bat of the game, and it looks like it's a home run. Gavin Lux literally put his hand up for the home run, and the ball just died. It was cruising, and it just got smoked by the wind. So.
Who was another one that called himself a home run and then it didn't happen yesterday? I forget.
I don't know.
I remember the Yankee announcer a few days ago get one for Stanton, but there was another one who the guy.
Oh, he did 2 for Stanton in the same game.
Oh, Jesus.
But they both, in all fairness, they both looked like they were gone. The Stanton one. Stanton thought they were gone. That was for sure.
Right.
But yeah, the weather in LA is starting to get a little bit cooler. It's not quite as great a hitting weather. I still think the Dodgers would be where I would side with the most today, and I think I probably would look to the White Sox next for bats. And like every other slate is obviously a million different outcomes. The Braves will show up as being as the obvious team, and I personally don't like it as much. I think that it's you're getting a bullpen game basically from Milwaukee against a starting lefty. I think that I would go with the Dodgers or White Sox the most.
No, I know what I'm thinking of. I want to get the clip of it. Hold on. There was an awesome. Was it the game you were at? No, it was the Bengals game. This was amazing. The Bengals kicker celebrated a field goal that missed. This is
Oh,
awesome.
really?
Oh no, this is I think this is for the win too. Hold on.
That's crazy. I had no idea.
Where is this? Hold on, let's see. Yeah, hold on. It's here it is. This is for overtime. This is for win in overtime. Ready? Okay. It's on my screen right here.
Let's see. Okay.
Win for okay. So first of all, it blew left. All right. So it missed, right? But then look at him. Yeah. Woo. Wait, what happened?
That's so
What?
funny. That's hilarious.
Yep. Oh, here, wait, I think we're gonna see it again. Okay, no, what? Look at him. Hold on. Are they gonna show him? Now, there's a much better extended one where they show him like literally rubbing it in for like a full 15 seconds before they even. Hold on, let me see. That's that one. Hold on. Yeah, they missed like every field goal. Hold on, let me just.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. Adam, yeah, I know what you mean. The Dodgers outside of the Jock and Jock has actually been the least productive because he's only had he's been the most productive. He's only had 3 at bats though, and he's 3 for 3 with 2 home runs. Yeah, he's saving the Braves and you got Kike Hernandez who won everything for Atlanta and has been the best hitter in the postseason. Verdugo's been the next guy. Grandal hit a home run last game. It's just ridiculous. It's all the ex-Dodgers. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yep. On FanDuel, by the way, I am basically just all over Atlanta from the hitting to the pitching.
Yeah.
And then I'm also playing a bunch of Dodgers. So all these guys are getting in, right? Like Bellinger, probably Pollock. Obviously, the Turners will play.
Yeah. Yeah. The only guys who I really question much of, there's always an outside chance with Pollock, but I would say Beatty and Taylor. That's going to be the real argument. And
that's the decision, right?
Yeah, and then do we put Cody Bellinger at first and Taylor in the outfield? Taylor's a spectacular outfielder. I mean, Bellinger's maybe the best, but Taylor's awesome also. So
yeah. Jock saving my Braves. Yeah, let me tell you something. When you lose one of the top 5 players in baseball like that, and you're fighting through the playoffs, and that's strong. And I'll tell you, what's his name? I didn't want to say he was washed, but I was very suspicious that Morton was not quite, was not going to be this good. And he's in good shape right now. That's for sure.
He's been awesome for him. He's been completely awesome.
And that guy you had yesterday, he's been pretty good when they need him. Ian Anderson had a good game yesterday.
Yeah.
And your Braves look to be in pretty decent shape. Are they 2-1? What are they, 2-1?
They're up 2-1.
They're up 2-1. So they're up 2-1. The Astros are up 2-1, if I'm not mistaken.
The Astros are up. It's pretty weird the Braves already released their lineup. The Astros are up 2-1. Yeah, so it's 2-1.
And Dodgers are down, and San Francisco's up 2-1. So all these guys are 2-1. Okay.
Yeah. Man, it's really frustrating though. With the team gets shut out twice after. How many times they get shut out this year? Once, like twice in 3 games. Frustrating.
I don't know. I think they're gonna do it today.
I do too, but I just
they're gonna need runs.
Yeah, you can't have 0 runs.
I mean, you can't have 0 runs. That's correct.
Really hard to win. They're gonna they'll bounce back. It's a little bit. Last night's game was pretty tilting. I just felt like afterwards, it just you get that feeling like, oh, so now it's the time it's all about to come to an end. Anyway,
so just so you guys know, from a DFS perspective, I just want to let you guys, for those of you who are around or will watch this live, whatever. I actually had like a really, really good sweat in one of the showdowns yesterday. If that 2-run home run, whatever, if the Red Sox, just don't come back or whatever, or excuse me, who's up 5-3? Whoever's up 5-3 just stayed up 5-3.
Yeah,
like basically like first, second, fourth, and sixth or something in some showdown or something.
Oh, really?
And then I end up like coming pretty much out of the money. But what the thing about it, I'm playing all three of all the showdown games, and the only thing that's different about the Dodgers one is the others is my strategy has really been to basically go 5-1 with the pitchers and the captain, and just just random cheapo from the other team as being whatever. And the only one I'm not doing it with is the Dodgers because there's really no pitcher, you know what I mean, that I want to do that with. So like in the Dodgers game, I'm gonna have like, it's gonna be more of a traditional type builds. But I'm telling you, these 4-2 and these 5-1s have been have given me sweats. You know what I mean? And that's really all you can ask for, especially some of these lower scoring games. Like you had Erod, he puts like 4.5 innings or whatever, and he was still good. You know what I mean? At 19,
Yeah.
until the game fell apart. You know what I mean?
Right.
But so I'm doing some of that. Also from DFS, like I said, I mean I'm playing Morton. I mean it's just Milwaukee just strikes out every plate appearance it seems, and Morton's been pitching well. So I'm gonna piggyback off of what Bobby said. Is I'm gonna split my exposures between McCullers and Rodon. I'm not taking a big stance one way or the other. Maybe on one of the big buy-ins I'll take Rodon. The other one I'll take McCullers and just kind of live with it. I don't expect either of them to put out like an incredible ceiling. You know what I mean? One way or the other. You're going to need the hitting to work regardless. Because like I said, neither of them are going to probably go more than 5 innings. I guess maybe, if McCullers is uber clean, you know what I mean? Like they'll throw him out there again. But I do think that last game was even though the White Sox don't walk them, there was so many opportunities where that count got to three balls. That because I remember I was rooting for Morton, for McCullers, but oh no, just swing. Oh, thank you. So I don't know. So that's what I'm doing over there, and I'm gonna try some Dodgers in one of my big buy-ins and stuff like that, and I got to make sure to watch the Beatty versus Taylor decision, and relish these because again, like I think hopefully not after today. But after the next couple of days, we're going to be down to very small slates.
It's going to be tiny for baseball, but we will be heavy back a go for NBA.
You know what? Thank God. I'm not saying thank God NBA, but thank God that baseball is going to be lower because
we don't have a crossover.
The NBA is. I mean, remember, like last time we did NBA, that was before footballs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we got a really I think that like tomorrow maybe you and I should talk before we record and really figure out the schedule for how we're gonna deliver all this stuff.
We'll figure it out.
I think it'll work though because you know what, if you don't have a live before lock for baseball anymore, then we could do that for basketball.
I don't think we should ever do it for basketball. I think it should always be at least stopping 30 minutes early. There's way too much late breaking news that it costs me so much money, man. I don't know if it's doable. Like unless I'm not playing, because
you could stop 30 minutes early, but
yeah.
But you gotta make it to that 6:30.
Right.
Right.
And then I'm happy to answer questions in the Discord while that's all happening. But
yeah, so we'll do that, and then I guess that should be okay because we'll still what we'll probably do is do the same thing. We'll do an NBA preview, right? Mm-hmm. And we don't do football every day, right?
Right. No, of course. And yeah, for what it's worth, I'll be posting all my initial lineup builds, my actual projection of owners for my player, not projection ownership, my actual ownership for players and stuff. And we'll be back on all that stuff.
How I'm going to get all the sheets posted is beyond me. But I'm gonna try all the sports. I'm gonna try it though. This is the promise I made. I recorded this earlier today. I just did a tutorial that I put up there. Remember I did it for all the sports on how to use the sheets. Hey, remember I forgot to do it before hockey season ended. So hockey season starts today. So that's now up there.
Oh my God. Oh, I totally forgot about hockey.
So this is what I promise you guys. Like if I am, as far as like what the kind of sheets I'll put up there. If I'm playing, I promise you I'll put up the sheets whenever I'm playing. If I'm not playing, I'll do my best. But that's the best I can offer you guys.
The good news is you're usually playing. So
hopefully I'm usually playing.
Yeah, and I'll have my stuff out there. It's been weird with the baseball stuff, and especially because like you try and do it for players, but then there's so many lineup changes and guys who aren't in the lineups who are supposed to, you know what I mean? and it's just a little trickier to have the projections for each individual player for me, rather than team stacks and things like that. So just throwing that out there.
Meanwhile, I want to shout out to. By the way, I want to shout out to Chan. He's been really just
Yeah,
bringing the heat with the freaking LOL content, especially during these Worlds things.
some
And
great
this is
stuff.
that's one of the reasons he came to us. So listen, Worlds is coming up soon. This is like my thing, you know. So he's been really bringing it as far as that goes, and I want to get him to do more of the soccer. So he's been taking care of that. And I still want to get that freaking unmentionable guy to come in there and do tennis, because there's tennis every week, and there are a couple of guys in there in the Discord that have actually been giving some good takes on tennis and stuff like that. And if we could actually get a recording once a week from or once every,
Yeah.
you know, the way it works with tennis is, you know, the way it starts like with 64 players, then it goes to 32, whatever. So the first day you get like a full slate of like 32 matches, which is like really like awesome and playable. And the second day there are like 16 matches usually, which is
Right.
playable enough. And then after that, it's like ridiculous. So we can get your friend maybe to come on there from now every once in a while and do like a tennis slate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That'd be
I'll try for sure.
that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, and what else has been going on? I went into to Brandon Cruz's NASCAR lives chat, and I did a super chat. I think donated him $5 or something like that, just because he's been doing a good job over with his content. And he spent like the next like 15 minutes talking about True DFS on there. It's like,
Oh, awesome! That's awesome.
yeah. So yeah. I mean, this is still remaining a really fun project for me. It's like it's a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. But you know what? It's the work that I can do. You know, and if it's ever too much, I just won't do it. That's just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of work, I got to get back to my other job. So
All right.
if there's no other questions, we'll just kind of get we'll just take all of our mojo and just we got 6-7 hours, 7 hours to wait to just put it all into Dodger Stadium.
Appreciate it.
And is this DK tickets or Bobby tickets?
These are me. I'm just dying in tickets.
Well, maybe this is actually last time DK you were.
I've won every time that DK sends me.
Yeah.
Except for the one game, but then they won the next one. So,
all right. Well,
good
good luck with that, and for those of you playing DFS today, good luck. And I will try to put lineup updates if and when I get them for later. And that's it.